Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account and we're continuing with our Trails of Mystery and also the Mystics Starzone. So we're going to go in here. We're going to see now the clue analysis yesterday was unusual behavior in the Rampart thefts. That did give us a chest. Now in here, Falks and Rain return with the information. Look at the latest clues. So again, I'm going to go through here and just kind of add them up and see if we can get the clue that we need to actually pull in here. It seems like it's kind of random. I don't know exactly. So recently a ship set sail across notice. So I think it goes off of there was unusual behavior. There was Rampart's theft. The Mysterian Hypogenian, which that could go with the hero that a lot of people are going to think. And there we go. So that kind of confirms for me that the next hero, a lot of players were saying that it is going to be a hypo, so that could absolutely be a hypo. The abilities stolen from the heroes are being kept from the hypos in the mysterious gallery. You're right, the gallery is very suspicious, which means we got some loot in there. Pretty cool to see. We'll have to wait till day 3 is up. But again, that's pretty interesting that they're kind of building the story around the hypos. So let's look at the Mystic Starzone, guys. We have a lot of events that are still coming up. So the Mystic Starzone, again, I want to kind of go over a strategy. You can see we got attacked, or we got 10 minutes. So looking at these meteorites, make sure, one, that you set all of your teams, because it is really, really important, and time is of the essence when you come into the Mystic Starzone. And I just want to run through kind of some quick tips and tricks. So once you get in here and you do take one of these pieces, you are going to hold it for 15 minutes. Let's check out our rewards. Boom. We have 115 of these chests and then 7 of these. Personally, I just have to assist someone else, which unfortunately we were kind of planning this over on Discord to have people come in here and actually be able to assist. But essentially, this is going to run down the strategy, guys. Number one, when you look at your garrison team, you want this to be the best team that you have. You can see we do have 7 teams in here, depending on if we're fighting one of the bigger nodes. So if we're actually fighting one of these premium nodes, or if we're fighting the intermediate node, because it is going to require more heroes. So again, depending on your player, depending on where you're at, that is exactly what you're going to be taking. Now, with that being said, getting the garrison all set up, make sure again that your heroes are set. You can even look in this team, we don't have a pet. Let's go ahead and add a pet in here, because again, it's not saving because we don't have a pet. But we got 7 teams, which is good. So coming in. So when you take a node, pretty much what we've realized, again, right off the bat, we're in day 3. I think this is day 3. But you're only going to hold this node, and you're usually only going to hold this node, what most people are finding, for the 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, this shield does drop, or even here, 13 minutes, 32 seconds. This shield is going to drop, which means anyone that is available or anyone that is out there can kick me out of that node by attacking me. Even here, you see right here, Foxhound. So one of my guildies are farming this node. There's 21 minutes left. No one has attacked him out of this node to kick him out. So that is the PvP aspect that we see here. So essentially, after your 3 hours, and I'm not 100% sure about this part yet, but I think after your 3 hours have been completed, you have the ability to still attack other players, just like right here, guys. Attack other players like this one from Anarchy, and kick them out of their node, meaning they're not going to be able to farm anymore because they got kicked out of the node. So if the player is offline, they're not going to be, and they're not going to be farming anymore. They're not going to be in the node anymore, because you're going to be kicking them out. So a lot of the larger players are just going around, and big shout out to Windsor, guys, over here farming it up. But again, kicking them out. So with it being a 24-hour period, that is the other big part of the strategy, guys, is with it being a 24-hour period, it seems like very early, a lot of players will hop in, they will farm a bunch of nodes. You want to make sure, because your time is limited to 3 hours, which you see right here, that you're farming at least a tier 2 or tier 3 node. Some of these smaller nodes, they really don't make a lot of resources, which is the reason it's going to be more of a fight for these tier 2 and tier 3 nodes, because that is the only way that you are going to accumulate a ton of these to actually be able to push this is building up and taking out some of these larger nodes. If you focus on the smaller nodes, you're just going to get overrun with your resource production on the rest of them, which it looks like we're almost coming up on Anarchy for second place. But you can see, guys, we're creating what, about 100, just a little less than 100 every minute. So it catches up relatively quick. And again, if there were any of these big nodes, make sure right here that you don't turn these on. Every time I've come in here, these are turned on. Show marked militias only, which means that if Guildy's marked this, guys, it is going to show me where they're at. Exclude or in production period. Premium, there we go. So see, this is giving me nodes and taking me to nodes that I can attack. Now, looking at my account, I'm not going to be able to win this by any means. But you know what? Let's go ahead, just in case they're watching and viewing. And you can go in here, and I believe you can just fight all that you want. So it's kind of crazy. So defeat, just like I thought, guys. We're not strong enough PvP-wise to take anyone else. I wonder if it'll run us through a couple other nodes. And again, looking at all the stars here, which that's my guildy. I can't attack that one. But who else is available? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, looking at the larger players, we can do the same. Is we can actually go in here. You can fight the larger players. Again, I don't think, looking at the awakened heroes and everything else, that I have the power of my heroes to actually win any of these, which I figured I didn't. But you can also do the same with the tier 2s. So if you're going through here, you can see it'll go through a couple different tier 2s that are open. So always ensure that you're taking these tier 2s. And there we go. So there is a tier 2. Might be a smaller player, but looking at the frame and everything, and you can look at the heroes and see, so they're running Rem and Alna. And again, looking at the awakened heroes, things of that nature, probably not going to be able to take out this node. But essentially, if I wanted to, I could, if I was strong enough, I could kick them out of their node. And again, trying to not let them get that 3 hours of mine time within here is really the game plan. And again, if you're a big enough player that you can literally just sit on a tier 2 or tier 3 node, because nobody can take you out, or only a very select few people can take you out, is really the way to do it. Now with the chests, you can see we have 115 of these chests, and then we have 7 of these other chests. These preview chests or premium chests. We don't know exactly what the distribution is going to be. Now, again, that's a question a lot of players had. So right here, mine or for 400, 450. So it looks like we're going to get all of the resources in here. I want to see the chest displayed. The treasure chest can be open exclusively event. Once the final round of testing has ended, the event will continue to be available for duration for the players to claim and unlock treasure chests. So, and again, the question that players had, because we hadn't went through here yet. So it says reward chests can be only open on the exclusive event page once the final round of testing has ended. So essentially, this is going to be pretty boring if they do it this way. So essentially, the way that this event is running, Mystic Starzone, day 3, is you have 3 days, and then I don't know if that's going to conclude. That is going to be the final round. We're going to be done. The chests are going to go out. But remember, it is a enrollment period, a matching period, a fighting period, which is this 3 days we're in right now of the first iteration. Then there is a second iteration where it is the same. It is the enrollment, it is the fighting, then it is the reward, or the enrollment, then it is the matching, and then it is the fighting, and it does it 3 times. So I'm wondering if these are only available after the 3rd iteration. That's going to be super boring, because everything's already going to be done as far as the quest wise to get your rewards. So I'm hoping these are going to go out with players right after the 3rd day. Then we're going to have another iteration. Chests are going to go out after that 3rd day of fighting. Then we're going to have our 3rd iteration, and then chests are going to go out at the end of that 3rd day of fighting. Hopefully is the way they're going to do it, guys. And again, set your garrison teams up in here, because when you get in here, time is of the essence, and it looks like this one, I think, just changed. Big shout out to Chemist and Foxhound, guys. So I think this one came available to attack, and they picked this one up, which of course increased our productivity to 240, kicking Anarchy out of there. So again, now we're about 120 ahead. by picking up a larger node. But you want to make sure for your guild wise, guys, active guilds to get in here and actually farm up for your entire 3 hours every single day are going to make a big difference with the production that you're putting out for your guild. And this is a collaborative effort, meaning that everyone needs to go in here, farm up some of these mines, guys, to really help out your team. And a big shout out to our number one guys, Just for Funds. They are killing it with the ore production, which is awesome to see. But we are catching up, guys. And again, if they keep the numbers and go through 3 iterations of this, it's going to be interesting. If one, we're going to fight all of the same teams because we are the larger guilds within the test server, or if they're going to put us with a bunch of other people. But now we know the strategy to really run through this. And I believe we have another day or two up on the global servers before this goes up to see exactly what it is. And also remember, this is the beta version. So this is not the version that is going to be set in stone. But guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.